Hey everybody, welcome to episode 5 of the Texas Outlaw Running Talk Show. This is your host, Briston Rains. I'm a trail and ultra marathon runner.
I'm your co-host, Carley Rains, and I'm a runner. I prefer road.
She's a, I was hoping you'd say I'm a road runner and I run shorter distances.
Yeah, and I'm training for my first marathon.
Right. So we got quite the variety here. Um,
Well, let's
but
tell them where we're at. We're not in our usual
Oh yeah.
place.
So right now we're recording in a hotel room in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we're up north and it's July and the temperature range up here was 50 to 70 degrees and I could not believe that. It felt amazing running in 50-degree weather in the morning and it's the middle of July. Back in
Yes,
Texas right now, if
yes,
you go run in the morning, it's like 80 degrees and muggy, you know.
yeah.
We got
And
Canadian air flowing in up here in Michigan.
yes, when the wind blows, it is actually cool wind, whereas in Texas, when the wind blows, it feels like a sauna.
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect weather to be out and about. We can walk around, you don't really sweat. It's so nice. We are here for a writing conference that I am attending where I am pitching a book that involves
Consider using them. It's called Texas Johns.
see what happens.
Well, speaking of temperature, would you rather run a marathon in freezing rain or 100-degree heat?
So, this episode we are going to do Would You Rather?
No, I was gonna intro it after, but
Oh, okay.
I was
Well,
gonna do that, make it flow well, and then intro it. But you know what? We don't do edits on this podcast, so we're just gonna go with the flow at this point. But um, she already explained what we were doing. I was gonna do it after, but it's all right. All right. So, would you rather run a marathon in freezing rain or 100-degree heat?
like me personally,
26.2-mile marathon. Yeah.
in freezing rain, definitely freezing rain. Personally, just statistically, you run better when it's colder. And if you wear correct clothing, you can make it work to your advantage. I've never ran a marathon, so I don't know if you would have to change clothes because it is rain and you're getting soaking wet on top of sweating. I can't give that advice, but I feel like you would run better than you would in heat. But I think it also depends on the person because like Asher prefers running in the heat, which is crazy to me. Whereas I would prefer to run in the winter.
So what are you gonna do if you do choose to run a marathon in freezing rain? What would you do about your clothes getting soaked and it being freezing temperatures?
So I, in college, something that in college athletics they require is that your team has to match. And so when we go to regionals, it's usually in November. We have to decide if we're wearing our Spanx, which are shorts, or leggings. And one year, I'm not going to name who it was. One year we had a teammate who would not wear leggings, refused to wear leggings. And if one person does not wear leggings, the whole team has to wear shorts. And it was freezing cold. I'm the type to want to be warmer, like wear leggings and then have Spanx underneath the leggings. So that way, if I get hot, I can just take the leggings off. I don't want to start a race freezing cold. I want to start with a tight long sleeve, like a pullover, leggings. And then again, I've never ran a marathon, but I'm guessing at some point in the race I would have to because if it's raining the whole time, I would have to change because I'm soaking wet. And I know with our ultra runs, whenever they are running in the wintertime and it's raining and they're doing the really long distances, you get to where your body shivers and you have to readjust and make sure that even though you're sweating, your body is still like keeping its warmth. So that would be my strategy is at some point, maybe halfway, have a completely new change of clothes. But I would like keep leggings on the entire time, keep long sleeve on the entire time, and do it that way.
Well, I would rather run a marathon in freezing rain, and here's how I would do it. I would wear my shoes, socks, my underwear, shorts, and a hat, and that's it. I would go shirtless. Nope. Just because your body, when you are running at a faster pace, and obviously if you're racing a marathon, you're going to be running at a higher heart rate. You're going to be running at a faster pace. And so your body's going to warm up. And the reason I say that is because I did it. I've done it. I've ran in freezing rain before. And just me running at a fast pace and keeping myself warm that way helped me run really far and do okay. And I would if it was like if I was at a Dallas marathon or just a big city marathon and it was freezing rain, I would just go no shirt, shorts and run that way. And I'm gonna be warm, but by the pace I'm running, and I just run it through and finish it up. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay. So our next one is, would you rather get a PR, which is a personal best, but run alone, or run with friends and miss your PR? This is a really good question. I like this question.
So,
So,
so like basically, would you rather run the fastest 5K of your life or go run with friends and not run the fastest 5K of your life?
right, racing.
Oh, like if you sign up for a
If you sign up for a
race.
race, would you rather run it alone but PR, or run with friends but not PR?
Oh, wow.
So I think this really depends on your goals as a runner because I feel like some runners, especially trail runners, they enjoy the community aspect of running, and that's what keeps them going to races. And I totally understand that in the trail running community. I feel like road running is more like, what is my time? And I'm trying to qualify for this. And there is that in trail running, but again, I just think it goes back to goals. Personally, with where I'm at in life right now, as a mom, I'm bigger, I'm not as in shape as I was in college. I would rather miss my PR and run with friends. But if you would have asked me this while I was in college and we were in the best shape of our life and we were running in college, I would have definitely said PR because I was good. I don't want to be like I was good and I was hitting my times. Whereas now I'm not near as good. And I run for more of like the community aspect than I do like the actual time aspect.
Mm.
So what's your answer?
Um, I don't know. It depends on I really don't know. I mean, okay, this might sound stupid. But okay, if it's a race on Ultra Sign Up keeps track of like your rankings at your races. So like basically when you do a race that's attached to Ultra Sign Up, it tells you like your percentile of how good you are at races. So like if you score first place, you'll get 100%. And the higher the percentage you have on your Ultra Sign Up profile, the better runner you are. And so if it's a race on Ultra Sign Up that I trained for and I want to run fast and have a good place, I'm not gonna be running with my friends. But if it's a race that's not on Ultra Sign
Like
Up,
a turkey trot or something.
right? If it's a race not on Ultra Sign Up, like a turkey trot or just a nice little fun race, maybe one I didn't even train for. No, I don't care about time. But if it's on Ultra Sign Up, I care about my time,
That is so funny.
or I care not about my time, but more so about my place.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, we ran uh firecracker or some type of 5K with our dog and stuff, and I kind of just went my own pace on that one. So
That was when I was pregnant.
yeah. Um, oh, this one's pretty good. So, would you rather run a 5K every day for a month or one ultra marathon every weekend for a month?
Every weekend
Every weekend. So now listen why this is why it's saying that. Because if you run 3 miles every day, 7 days a week, three times seven is 21.
and then 7 times 4 or 21 times 4.
You're doing no, that's too much now.
What do you,
No, basically, okay. So an ultra marathon is anything over 26 miles. So 27 miles. So basically, would you rather run a 5K every day, which is 21 miles a week, or would you rather run once a week, 27 miles? It's basically what it's asking.
oh, well, I'm definitely choosing the 5K.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I feel like that question was kind of not calculated out properly.
Yeah.
Because if it was like, I don't know, running 10K every day for a month or one ultra, like a 127-mile race a
Yeah.
week, then it kind of calculates out to where you end up running more, doing the 10K every day.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, the next
yeah, that
one.
one was pretty easy. I think everybody would choose 5K unless they just intentionally wanted to torture themselves.
Okay, this is good. This is good. Would you rather get one free pair of shoes, running shoes, every year, or free race entries for life, but only to 5Ks? That is a hard question.
What? So free
So,
free race so free race
but
entries
it's for
only for
life. But
5Ks.
only for 5Ks, but it's for life. Or every year you get a free pair of running shoes. That is hard because running shoes are not cheap. They cost anywhere from 150 to $200 at least.
Let's calculate this out. So 5K can cost on average $45. So four 5Ks is equal to one running shoe. So you're gonna run four 5Ks a year, four more 5Ks a year, or get a free pair of running shoes.
I am probably going to choose the running shoes because
Mm.
you can wear them, not just in running. I can wear them out with friends, walking around. If I want to dress athletic for the day, I can wear them
And
with
you
my
get one a year,
outfit.
one
One
free a
free pair a
year
year.
for
Yeah.
life. Yeah, I have to say, um, I mean, I run a couple 5Ks a year. I'll hop in a local turkey trot or a firecracker trot or whatever. Um, but no, I would definitely have to do the shoes
Yeah.
also. But I mean, if it was like free race entries for any distance for life, I would definitely do that. But the fact that it's like limited to a 5K,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't run that many 5Ks a year. I run a couple, just for fun. So I would or I mean, think about it this way. If you're an elite runner and you run a bunch of competitive 5Ks, then you would win more money and more prizes running the 5Ks than you would um,
Yeah.
just doing the shoe thing.
Right. But that's only like a few people in the world. I like the next one. I already read it.
Oh, okay. Um, would you rather hit the wall at mile 20 or deal with brutal chafing the entire race?
So let's explain what hit the wall is for
Okay.
new runners.
So in a marathon, a 26.2 mile marathon, you'll hit this thing called the wall. And the wall is essentially when all the lactic acid builds up in your legs and your legs feel like logs and you can barely move them and you feel like you can barely pick them up.
And your energy goes way down. You just feel sluggish.
You're
You feel like
like
you can't
each
keep going.
each time you pick your leg up, it is the hardest thing in the world.
It's like a heavy brick.
That's the wall,
Yeah.
okay? And it's asking, would you rather hit that in mile 20, meaning basically running 6 miles with the wall, which sucks. I mean, that running 6 miles, hitting the wall at mile 20 is rough. That's hard
Yeah.
because that's 6 miles. A 10K you have to run with your legs completely shot.
Yeah.
That's very difficult.
Yeah.
Or deal with brutal chafing the entire race. Well,
See,
the chafing, okay. For me, when I chafe, it hurts for a few days. When I get in the shower, it burns
yes.
and it sucks.
Yes.
Whereas running 6 miles, hitting the wall is a temporary thing that
Yeah.
will last about an hour or two.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna suck and hurt, but long term,
It's over quick.
right, long term, you're not going to um, be feeling it.
Right.
Well, I mean, you will, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Whereas chafing, you're gonna feel that for a few days.
Yeah.
So I'd rather hit the wall at mile 20, which sucks. That hurts.
Yeah. I completely agree because I when I started running after my pregnancy and postpartum, I decided to wear shorts again and you remember I started chafing because my legs are bigger and I'm just bigger all around.
Mm.
And in college I would wear shorts and never chafed. And chafing hurts. Like you waddle, it burns in the shower like you said. Totally agree. I'd rather hit the wall, get that over and done rather than suffer from chafing long term.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So the next one is, would you rather train hard all season and get injured before race day, or why are you
Because
laughing?
I've done that before.
Or run undertrained but healthy? So this is interesting because as a person who was not initially disciplined like Briston is, when I married Briston, I learned about the importance of being disciplined. And you're probably, if you knew me in college, you probably were like, no, Carly, you were disciplined. Not to the extent that Briston was disciplined. Okay, Briston has the guys, the only reason I trained so hard in college was because I had a scholarship attached to it. Like once I got done with that, I really didn't train that much. And so Briston taught me a lot about discipline and showing up every day. So this is an interesting question because it's basically asking like, would you rather be disciplined, put in all the work, show up every day with consistency to get injured and not be able to do the race, or not train, not be disciplined, not be consistent, but be healthy. And coming from the background of not having good consistent habits, I feel like the second one is not as beneficial long term. Like yeah, you can run the race, but like you undertrained, you know? Like, yeah, you're healthy and you're not injured, but you undertrained. And so, can you actually train for a race? Can you be consistent? Can you show up every day, brick by brick, even when you don't want to run? So I feel like long term, the one who trains all season but gets injured, they show better work ethic than the one who undertrained. So I'm choosing getting injured right before race day,
Well, I've done that.
unless you overtrain.
I've done that like 3 times. I've trained for a season, a race, whatever, and then got injured right before or in the middle of it. So, I've done it. It sucks because you put in all this hard work for months and months and even years, and then you get injured, and then you're out for a couple months, and it sucks. Um, and I've also ran races not trained. Um, Recently, when I took the cross country coach job, my mileage went down every week because I was running with junior high kids 2 or 3 miles a day at 10-minute pace. So my mileage went down really quick, and I hopped in the Fresh 15, the 15K in Tyler, Texas. It's pretty big, a couple thousand people, and I just ran that undertrained, took it out hot and fast, felt it at the end. I just tried my best. So, I've done both, and both suck.
Yeah.
Um, it was more, I will say, it was pretty rewarding just finishing the 15K and just doing it for fun instead of like making it this big thing that I trained for and I'm all amped up about and all anxious about trying to get a good time or whatever, a good place, and just running it for fun. So that was nice. Because used to, it's always been different. Used to, I would like train month and month, year after year for this one big race or big moment, and then I'd get injured right before, and it would all go down the toilet, kind of. But when I came back a few months later, I was still pretty fit.
Yeah,
So,
because you had all that training. And I will say, like, there are ways to prevent injury, you know, making sure your shoes are good and not worn, making sure you're getting enough sleep, 8 to 9 hours of sleep consistently. It'd be so funny, we'd be in college, have teammates who are injured, running bad times. It's like, how much sleep are you getting? Oh, I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep. Well,
well, half of them
no
are
wonder.
also drunk and
Yes.
not eating good food.
Pretty and drunk. Yeah. So, you know, are you eating healthy? Are you hydrating enough? Are you, you know, getting just like the little discipline things? Are you weight training? Weight training, I'm learning, is a huge thing with training for a marathon. They talk about how much you need to weight train. And we talked about this in a previous episode. Knee pain is not necessarily from running. Knee pain is from being weak, having weak muscles, knee muscles, quad muscles, which causes your knees to hurt while running. So there's ways to prevent injury that I think we need to consider.
So I would rather,
Are you going to the
but
next
no,
one?
I was gonna answer the question because I
Oh,
never answered it. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have an answer. I've done both. Um, but here's the thing, like I don't know, my big grinding, big fast days of college running are over. Like, yeah, I can still go out and train and try to get a marathon best, or a 5K best. I could still try to do that. I will say it's a lot harder to do when you don't have a practice to show up to every day
yeah, or a team.
or a team to train with. But so uh to answer the question, I would just if I was okay, let's say at this point, I'm not training for anything right now. I'm just running every day. Like if you look at my Strava profile, it says training for Jesus 2099, because Jesus is supposed to come back at some point. And I and I and that was just kind of me being funny, but like I'm not really training for anything. I run every day. I've been running every day, and I get a pretty good amount of mileage in, 36 miles a day. Um, and I don't have a specific race. And so I guess right now where I'm at, I'm kind of just under training for whatever's to come because at this point I'm just hopping in races that like last minute pop up that I want to do.
Right.
So I'm not like I don't have like a race on the calendar right now
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh, I'm running that in 6 months.
You
Yeah.
are doing the marathon with me.
Yeah, I'm doing the marathon with you, but that one, I mean, once we sign up, I might start like seriously training for it, but we
Yeah.
haven't even signed up yet.
Yeah.
So,
So I like this one. It says, would you rather do hill repeats for an hour or 800-meter intervals until you puke?
well, I've done both of those too. So,
Okay, so what would you rather? What would
so
you
okay, my
rather?
favorite thing to do is hill repeats because I think hill repeats are the best speed and endurance and strength training someone can possibly get, just going up and down a hill many times, once or twice a week. I think if you do that, even if it's a 10-minute pace, if you're going as hard as you can up that hill, and you do that over and over and over again for hours every week, you will be a very fast, strong,
Yes.
good runner. So I
Yes.
would rather do that.
Yes, I agree. Hill training definitely shaped. I lived in Branson, Missouri, going into my sophomore year of college, and it's very hilly up there. And so all of my training was done up there. I lived there for 10 weeks, and it made a huge difference when I came back that fall semester in cross country. And so it just makes you so much stronger as a runner. I mean, it's crazy how much hills, just make you a better runner. So I definitely would choose hill
Yeah.
repeats.
And no offense to 800 repeats, but I've done many 800 repeats in my lifetime. And one, I don't like them. The only repeats I like are 400 repeats. I do not like
Yeah.
800 or anything above 800.
Yeah.
I don't like anything above 400 repeats, but 800-meter repeats are, which for those who don't know, if you are a new beginner, it's 2 laps around a track. You do that at a hard effort multiple times. But I've done those, and I personally have not seen a big reward from those. What I've seen a big reward on quickly has been hill repeats. When I lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas one summer, training for my cross country season, there was this mountain called Mount Sequoia. And every week I'd go to this mountain and I'd run up to the top, run back down. It was a 3-mile loop, it was 600 feet of elevation gain. And I'd run up to the top, run back down, and I would do that several times. One time I did it for 20 miles. I
Oh
think I
my
did it like,
gosh.
I think it took me like 3 hours to do, 3 or 4 hours. But I just ran around listening to music, this mountain, ran up, ran down, ran up, ran down for like 3 or 4 hours straight. And, um, and I was going like 10 to 15-minute pace up this mountain because it's the fastest I could go, but I was breathing hard and my legs were burning. And I did no speed training that summer. I was also doing easy mileage outside of that. So all I did was hill training and mileage. And that summer I ran one of the fastest 5Ks I've ever ran in my life at a Firecracker 5K that same summer. And I was surprised because that was my first time ever running that fast with no speed training. All I did was just hill repeats and easy mileage every day. And I ran like a 17-minute something 5K, like a 17, I think it might have been like a 17:11 or 17:10. And at the time, that was the fastest 5K I had ever done. Um, and so yeah, hill repeats all day. But
Wait, I wanna say something
go
really
ahead.
fast. So we're gonna transition because we're almost out of time. And guys, we are under a crisis.
We are?
Yes, we are, Briston. You read me a statistic that blew my mind about.
Okay, hold on. No. Before you say this, this has nothing to do with
No,
running.
it does, babe.
No, it doesn't.
Well, okay, not running. It has to do with being healthy as a society. So I feel
Apparently. Okay.
it would fit.
Can I say it then?
Yes, tell them the statistic.
This about it, Carly. This doesn't have anything to do with our podcast, but
No, it
I'll
doesn't.
say
It
it
does.
because you want me to say it.
No.
But the statistic is that there's more people in America that are millionaires than there are people with abs.
And the majority of America are not millionaires. The majority of Americans are middle class. And so what that shows us is that we really do have an unhealthy society. We do not prioritize our health, not just the food we eat, but also not working out. And something that I really want, especially with, being a running community, to focus on
Is
is
to get abs.
okay.
Carly wants
Okay.
every American to have
Okay.
abs.
No, what I mean, okay. I abs are like a byproduct
Do you
of
do you
being
do you have
healthy.
abs?
Underneath my blubber, yeah. Well, I had a
Okay,
C-section, so I
visible
I
abs.
just started doing
Yeah,
abs. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Visible
but
abs is what the
yes.
statistics are talking
Yes,
about.
visible abs. And so, I think as a community and I think it's very important to prioritize your health, but something that I want to challenge y'all, these listeners, y'all with and ourselves is run or slash work out. Prioritize your health, not alone. Prioritize your health with friends, with family. You're with family all the time. Your spouse, your children. I mean, y'all, your children are watching you. I remember my mom, growing up, my mom would work out, and it has totally, I didn't know it at the time, but it has affected me and wanting to work out and wanting to be a good example for my child. And I just, I follow these influencers on.
All the single dudes or younger people or single people are like, what?
No, no, find friends to work out with. Like, hold each other accountable. Find a partner, whether it's your spouse, a friend,
Yeah.
your children, and say, hey, we're going to train for this. We're going to train for a marathon. We've never ran a marathon. You don't have to do a marathon. 5K, start with 5K. Or, we're going to lift 3 days a week. We're going to start going to the gym together.
So
We're going to
basically sign up for a hard challenge and get some people involved that are in your life to do it with you and y'all train together, meet up together and do it together.
but I want this to
And
be.
get a six pack of abs because Carly said every American should have a six pack
No,
of
well, we
abs.
should. We should. Then every country would be intimidated by us because we're all healthy. No, but my point is that I want us to create healthy habits. I want us to be good stewards of our bodies, and I want us to do it together. And one way that I like with Texas Outlaw is, I post on social media and I see the pictures that come in. And honestly, y'all, I love seeing families at our races. When I see your kids, like y'all will email us. I know, honey. Y'all will email us. Hey, I'm running this race. Is it okay if my daughter stays at the aid station? Or can my kid run the race? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. Like, we don't want you coming to the race alone.
I gotta say something there real quick. I
Okay.
was cleaning up at the race yesterday. And when I was finishing cleaning up the race, I was rolling up the arch, and this old lady pulls up in the car, and she waves over for me to come to her, and she was complaining that she saw a little girl running our 5K race and how bad that is for her kids. And said she was a nurse. She was like 80 years old, and she was complaining to me that that kid was doing the 5K run, but the kid walked with her dad for 3 miles, so it wasn't a big effort.
What is the difference between running 5K and playing outside on a playground all day long?
Uh, but I
But
thought,
anyways, yeah, my point is that I mean, yeah, don't make your kid do like a marathon,
right.
when they're developing. But my point is that we love seeing families at our races. I don't want you showing up to a race by yourself. Get your whole family out there.
Or friends.
They can walk. Get your friends out there. We're a community. Let's be a community. Let's hold each other accountable, and let's just make America healthy again. Or what is it? Is that?
All right. Anyway, I don't know. I think I saw it online. Okay. Anyways.
That is slogan? I think it was. I think it was. A microphone.
All right, we're gonna wrap this podcast up. If you enjoy listening, please leave a good rating. Let your friends know. Share the episode. I'll see y'all next episode. Thanks for listening.